So they're still hoping to touch down in Mexico to take part in that particular tournament. We'll find out what the implications means for the Amputee Football Association here in Ghana. And joining me in the studio is Mr. Alex Tete. He's the president of the Ghana Amputee Football Association, and Joseph Amu, who is the general captain of the side. He sacrificed his place to allow one of his teammates go to Mexico, hoping that the people will come to their aid, corporate bodies will come to their aid, the Ministry of Youth and Sport will also come to their aid to ensure that the rest of the team here can go to Mexico and fly high the flag of Ghana. Mr. Alex Tete, thank you very much for joining us on the program today.
Thank you so
Amu,
much.
how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
What are you doing in Ghana when you were supposed to be playing your first match yesterday at the World Tournament itself for Amputee?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. We are here because of lack of funds. We are not able to send the whole team to Mexico. It was a challenge. We have to move heaven and earth and borrow some money and make sure the team is represented. As we speak now, we are there with one reserve player, no reserve for a goalkeeper.
So as you did indicate earlier on, you were supposed to send 12 players,
yes,
if I'm right. And then we have only 8 players in there, and it is 7 aside. So we have only 1 reserved player. So if we have any injury concerns, it means we would end up playing the game with not having any substitutes to play the game for us.
Exactly so. We're supposed to send 14 players, 12 and then 2 reserve. Because they play 7 aside. In case of any problem, you could have a lot of reserve to be able to replace. But that is the situation now. We don't have a keeper, reserve keeper. We have only 1 reserve. If that reserve also is fixed and is injured, then we have to play with that number.
So the question that many would ask is it the fact that the association itself did not do its work properly in terms of raising funds to ensure that, you know, the team is represented in Mexico? What role did the Ministry of Youth and Sport had to play in it? What happened?
I think that the association did it best. I can tell you that all that we did to this point is all money that association has raised from corporate organizations. The ministry is so supportive, but there's lack of funds. I can tell you that the deputy minister is so committed, so proactive. I mean, I've not seen a deputy minister who have been so involved in disability issues like this one. In fact, he visited her at the camp, but the issue is the fact that there's no money. I mean, he told us he was willing and spoke to the chief director if they could even borrow ticket for us, but they said they can't. They can't because, I mean, they've borrowed tickets from organizations. They haven't been able to pay them, so they are not willing to give them more tickets. That's the situation we are faced now. So as we are here, the rest of the contingents are also willing to go. Not that we're willing, but it's part of the game. We should be able to go there so we could support the 11 who are left to be able to raise the flag of Ghana high. So if corporate organizations can still support us, some of the team like the team captain is here. Okay, so
what happens to the team when you're unable to play your first game, which was yesterday, and then you were supposed to play your second game today against Angola? Is there any kind of arrangements that the world body itself is doing to ensure that when you get there today, at least you could play those games and still take part in the competition? Okay.
The arrangement we were able to do was to talk to the organizing bodies and also talk to the first game, which is
England.
England has agreed to reschedule their match to Wednesday. Okay, so it means that we'll be playing England today in the afternoon. For Angola, we were to play them yesterday. Angola, we haven't heard from them, but it is likely that if we are able to arrive, we could organize, we could negotiate with Angola to play a match. Fortunately for us, England scored Angola, and we are playing England today. If we are able to score England, then we have an upper hand, or we are par with England. If England scores us, then it means that we have to play Angola to find the second place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Captain, how do you feel as a general captain of a Black Challenge, not being a part of a team that wants to do so well for Ghana and sacrificing your place for a reserve player to be part of a team? As a captain of the side, how do you feel?
Thank you very much. I think in time like this, as a leader, I have to sacrifice for the young ones. We all know that the deputy minister is doing his best, and our officials are also doing their best to push us there, but we didn't get what we need. And in time like this, I have to allow them to go, because the money that we have in our coffers is not sufficient. So we have to squeeze ourselves and let a few players to go, and then appeal to the corporate entities and then see if we can be able to get some from somewhere to go and join them, because our target is to bring the trophy back to Ghana. And how things is going on, I will use your platform to appeal to the companies, individuals to come to our aid, because we are ready to serve the nation. And as we all know, anytime you travel, this is what we used to face. By the end of the day, we used to go and do our best to support the Ghana. So it is very painful to face all these difficulties, but we know that if the money is there, the nation authorities will do it. But we're still appealing. They have to squeeze themselves and do something about it, because there is no reserve goalkeeper, and the players there, they are going, they are not in much more in numbers. We need to go to join them and let the game to be more easier for them, because when you get injured, it's too hard for you to continue the game as you want it. So we are appealing to the nation.
Wow, so that was captain of the side, Joseph Amputee, appealing to corporate bodies and other organizations to come to their aid. Quite an emotional moment for them, that they are unable to be part of the amputee team, which is currently on its way to Mexico to play in the Amputee World Cup. We talk about getting rid of beggars, of amputated people on our streets and all of that, and these guys are willing. They don't want to be seen on the streets begging. They don't want to be seen doing things that we don't want them to do. They want to die for this country, and it is highly important that we support them. The focus all the time has been on a lot of support for mainstream football and all of that. We say they are less financed sports, and so please, let's try as much as possible to be able to support this amputee football team, the table tennis team, the hockey team, and all of that. And together we can build a strong force in terms of making sure that our sport is the best in the country. Let me come back to you again. So right now, if we're able to play against England, get a good result, play against Angola, it means that we might be able to qualify. What was the target for the team prior to the World Cup itself?
Honestly, our target was that we could take the cup, because we this year have been able to prepare very well. We have 4 of our players playing professional amputee football in Turkey, and we've been able to bring them down here to join the team to train. And our local boys who are also here have been prepared very well. So as past African champions, we know we have the capacity to take the cup to Ghana, and that was our target. I mean, coach, this has been confirmed by Coach Ali Jara as he trained the boys. He tells me, look, in the past they were just kicking the ball, but this time they play total football. Okay, so I mean, this from the technical man himself. I know somebody like Ali Jara don't just play with his words; he made business, and so that was our target. It's unfortunate things are going this way, and it's so disheartening, it's so discouraging that for persons with disabilities who would rather need support, okay, we are being treated this way, that no resources is invested in us. It's so discouraging. It doesn't allow other people who want to aspire, who want to get out of their low states, to be able to move high. It's so discouraging. I mean, it means that there's discrimination somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
money is channeled into other people for I would say for the able people and leaving the disabled people. But the country belongs to all of us. The resources must be invested equally.
Mr. Alexander, thank you very much for joining us. Joseph Amu, I wish you all the best, and hopefully I pray that you get some support to ensure that you join your team and captain them and ensure that you lead them to victory. You've been watching Inside Sports, and that was our interview with the Amputee Football Federation. Very disheartening and very emotional there. They're unable to join their teammates who are on their way to Mexico. When we come back, we'll do more here on Inside Sports. Stay with us and then go away.